Hello everyone, Frank here, and welcome back to my channel. So if it's your first time here, I run an industrial distribution business, B2B style business. I've been doing it for about 10 years and we've been able to grow the revenue to over $1 million annually. So in this channel, I share all of my secrets, tips and tricks for B2B sales, marketing, and primarily targeted towards founders and people who are looking to start their own business. So today I'm going to talk about the 7 different facets of tasks that make them likely for you to procrastinate, and how to push through the procrastination zone and really just crush as many tasks as you can. So there's 7 different characteristics of these tasks that bog you down and essentially slow you down and prevent your progress. And what happens is you end up thinking about these tasks for more time than they actually take to complete. And what will happen is you'll have something to do, it'll run from your to-do list from yesterday to today, and then you'll push it to tomorrow. All of a sudden you'll be looking at this thing for like 1 week, 2 weeks, and thinking like, oh, I'm just never gonna get this done, or I just don't want to do this. So this is the way to think about it. There's 7 different characteristics, and by identifying which one, or it might be several, that this task has, I'll give you some tips on how to boil it down and how to break through. So the first one is that the task is boring. It's monotonous, it's slow, you really just don't want to do it. So it could be something like expenses or taxes or something like this. So what you want to do is you want to set up like a fun side task that you're doing at the same time. So if you're into a certain TV show, I don't really watch TV, but something I like to do is listen to music. So an artist I like might have a new CD or something, throw that on for an hour, throw on a show for an hour, throw on a game in the background, basketball, football, whatever you like, or even like a semi-passive video game you can have going on the side while you're just sort of cranking through this task. And give yourself a little bit more time. Like say you only have 20 minutes, it's probably not going to be enough time to do something that's boring and slow. It might take like several hours. So give yourself like a couple of hours to do this. Throw on a long movie, like give yourself some of these fun side activities and just say, okay, I'm not even doing the task. What I'm doing is I'm watching a movie, and the task is just kind of happening in the background. So that's the first one, boring tasks. The second one is for frustrating tasks. So this is a task where you might be doing it for a while and something might break or go wrong, and you have to essentially redo your work and do things over. So in this case, you're gonna want to get some help. So say, again, it's your taxes or something, you're gonna wanna hire an accountant. Or say, for me, I really hate doing my website, and specifically all of the formatting and font and branding and stuff. That stuff just is like super frustrating to me because I can't get like the margins to fit correctly, and I don't like dealing with stuff like that. So for frustrating tasks, you outsource or you pay someone else to do it for you. So the third one is difficult tasks. So a difficult task could be something, especially things you haven't done before, are going to appear very difficult in the beginning. So maybe one could be starting your business, right? And really just getting it off the ground. So what you want to do is you want to break it down into actionable bite-sized chunks that you can finish in a set amount of time. So you can break things down into like hourly chunks. So say one is like set up the LLC, set up the business bank account, set up the website, set up the social media channels, set up your email. And you can have like all these tasks. For a business, honestly, it's like 100 things that you need to do, but identifying them is half the battle, maybe even like 60-70%, because once you've identified what you have to do, then you can go in, you can schedule it, you can put it on your calendar, and you can crank it out. So for difficult tasks, longer tasks, larger project tasks, you want to break it down into smaller chunks. So the fourth characteristic that really increases the likelihood of procrastination is if the task is ambiguous. So if it's something that you need to do, but you're not quite sure what it is or how to do it or what exactly you're going to get out of it, what you want to do is you want to think about the results. You want to think about the end result that you're trying to get. So if it's like marketing, I want to do marketing. Okay, so what is that? It could be make a YouTube video, make a data sheet, make a long form article, create 10 pictures that you can upload to the website. So if the task is ambiguous, don't think about the task and how to do it or what you're going to do. Think about the result. What do you want to get at the end of this? What do you want to achieve and have as your work product when you're all finished with this? So that's the fourth one, ambiguous tasks. Think about the end result. The fifth one is if the task is unstructured. So if, again, it's a larger project and it doesn't have like a clear start to end, start to finish, it doesn't have like a B, C, D, E. It's kind of like, okay, I do some D and then I'll do some E and then I'll do some A, and eventually it'll kind of all get finished, right? What you want to do is you want to lay out your vision for these types of tasks. So if the task is unstructured, you want to lay out what is it going to look like in the end, again, being kind of results driven, but this is a little bit different. It's more about the end goal and how you want to feel about the task at the end. So it's about your vision, it's about what it's going to accomplish for you, how it's going to fit into your business or your business plan. So when the task is unstructured, start to lay out your vision, almost like a vision board. So it might not just be like one idea, it could be like several ideas all together, and kind of like lay this out and say, this is my vision for this task. So again, it could be like your whole business or your whole YouTube channel or your whole marketing strategy, and it's very unstructured and you're not sure how to get your hand around it or your head around it. Think about the long-term vision for it. Now the sixth one is when the task is lacking in intrinsic reward, which basically means it's like not fun to do, it doesn't really help you that much, but it's something you have to do. Like it might be something that if you don't do it, it's going to hurt you. It might be like a negative task that you need to do to get out of the way. So what you want to do for these is you want to spice it up a little bit and change your mental framework around it. And what I like to do for tasks like this that lack reward is change the space. So I might go to the library, or I might go to a local bar and just kind of hang and have a drink or something, or sit outside and maybe there's like a nice view or something. So this gives me that intrinsic reward. It makes it fun. My environment's a little bit different, and usually these are tasks that are like boring and frustrating, and you'll find that a lot of these tasks kind of come in groups, and in these facets or these characteristics of these tasks that make them more likely for you to procrastinate, it comes in groups and bunches all together. So the seventh one is that the task is not meaningful. So what you're doing is doesn't really like knock the lights out. It's just something you have to do. It's something that might be like mundane. So when the task is not meaningful and you want to get it done, a good way to do this is to give yourself an unrelated reward. And this could even be like a potential artificial reward, something that doesn't have anything to do with anything else. So I like to do these tasks usually like first thing in the morning when I have a lot of energy. I just like get down and I say, okay, I'm gonna do this and then go for a walk, or I'm gonna do this and then go exercise, or I'm gonna do this and then go out to eat with my friends, or I'm gonna do this and then go spend time with my family. So you want to fit these tasks into your schedule also based on these characteristics. So again, it's 7 different ones, and they'll come in groups. So boring, frustrating, difficult, ambiguous, unstructured, lacking reward, and not meaningful. So take the task that keeps winding up on your to-do list and start to figure out which classification it's in. It might be 2 or 3, and then use the tips that I just said, those strategies, to either change up your work environment or break it down into bite-sized tasks. Do all these things to figure out, okay, how am I actually going to tackle this and bust through and get a lot of things done in a short period of time. Once you really master this, this is going to allow you to increase your productivity, increase your output. Productivity is all about your work product and how much output you get in a certain amount of time. So by doing this, it will allow you to break through those plateaus, break through those sticking points, and prevent your procrastination from holding you back. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.